G'day, I'm Ash, hope you're all doing fantastically well. I'd like to thank everyone for the support on the channel recently. We've just approached 58,000 subscribers. And I don't do enough sort of, thank yous and giveaways and all those kind of things, so we'll try and do something for 58,000 subscribers later this week, but for the most part, it's sort of just been a slow burner activity, right? I cover news events and I talk about some things and other stuff, but lately I haven't really been feeling the need to play the game as much because I've been focusing more efforts on being more involved in the real world via exercise and dealing with mental health and just doing a bunch more stuff on the behind the scenes. Obviously that has compounded the fact that, well, yeah, I'm not playing the game as much, so I don't have enough content, so I do apologise for the lack of content. It's just that I've had my focus shifted elsewhere. I'm still trying to get employment, and those of you who have watched my I'm sorry video that I did in February know that I've been struggling with mental health issues and obviously suicide. Now, obviously that has no correlation to what War Thunder is, and obviously this has no correlation to what War Thunder is about. It's a fucking video game where you play, armored combat vehicles and even, aircraft and helicopters and ships. And for the most part, you just drive around aimlessly pointing and clicking, and hopefully you get a good couple of kills. Obviously, the content required for this game is obviously you can divide it into several camps. You've got the memers, you've got the shorts channels, you have the news and information channels, you have the gameplay channels, and then you just have the general sort of other types of channels as well. And I'm going to be honest here, I never really saw myself as a larger channel until I realised that, yeah, some of my videos do impact some of you guys' lives. And I really sort of don't really appreciate that in some regards, because it's just me making videos in my bloody bedroom, right? And sometimes I make a video, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Most of the time it is the latter, obviously. But sometimes, you're not only just fighting a YouTube algorithm, you're also fighting your own self, because compound in the fact that I'm coming up to 10 years playing this game, and I finally unlocked all the aircraft. We did a stream last weekend. It was fantastic fun. I had great fun. We played absolutely poorly. I never play particularly well. just the average player experience. I don't know how some of the other more switched on guys do it, but I feel like I'm so outdated. I just roll around pointing and clicking. That's generally how it goes. Anyway, we've unlocked all the aircraft, and that was my biggest goal for War Thunder. So we grant out the last couple of aircraft we needed to get, and we've been doing that slowly and slowly, and now I've got all the aircraft, and now I have no idea what to do. Some say, oh, you gotta go spade them all, you gotta do a series on them, you've actually gotta go record and do some stuff with it, and, all this other content options, and I'm like, well, 10 years anniversary for me is not until February of next year, so that'll be a while off. And my thoughts on the current War Thunder patch are kind of self-explanatory, really. It's a mediocre patch that's felt really sort of rushed. Granted, we've had data mines recently with some actual interesting content, and if had those particular vehicles been ready to add in the live game, maybe the game would have probably been a little bit different. I'm not saying or suggesting anything here, but some of the data mine tanks and some of the data mine aircraft are certainly a lot more interesting than what the current update had. Even if most of them will probably end up as either, well, event vehicles or battle pass vehicles, the point still stands. We've now got a crafting event to contend with, and that's also a bit of fun, but that's also a bit of a time waste at the same point and regard. I don't know. I've been enjoying playing a lot of Minecraft and some other games, but that doesn't make up for main content. I can't spend my time doing that, as well as obviously trying to find full-time work and obviously get myself out of a shitty situation and exercise more and get out a bit more. So, I have to ask you a question. What type of content would you like to see on this channel going forward? That is the biggest and most controversial thing that I've had to sort of think about and contend with. I want to keep doing War Thunder, but I also want to do some other things. And I'm lucky enough in a position that I can actually go ahead and I can do an occasional video on something, and some of you will like that. People like that. People like a little bit of diversity, but obviously that kills itself at the sacrifice of, what the algorithm wants and what the people are actually willing to watch. a very select few of you actually watch some of the videos that I make, and obviously this is probably due to the fact that when you look at my channel, what do you see? It's not exactly clear-cut. Like, the content you see is very varied. It goes from tanks to aircraft, War Thunder problems to this and that. So, really, in reality, I don't blame you in the slightest, but it is kind of hard to sort of see a general improvement, at least in terms of viewership, in regards to every single upload. So, you know, I really, really would appreciate some feedback here on what I could do to make your viewing experience a lot better, and that's the key point here. I'm always willing to improve. Whether or not I do is up to, you know, several different factors, but the point still stands. I want to get better, and I want to experiment with different things. I've been doing videos on and off, well, for probably 7 years now, and I love editing and I love doing that kind of thing, but I hate sitting down to storyboard and edit, and it's a love-hate relationship, like anything, right? You know, a lot of us do this for free, a lot of us do this for fun, a lot of us do this to pass time. I'm certainly, you know, a lot of those things apply to me. So, really, thank you everyone who have supported the channel. I really greatly appreciate it. It's just been another Talking Heads video. I don't really do these too often, so maybe we'll experiment with more live streams. Maybe we'll do some YouTube streaming and some Twitch streaming. Hopefully we'll get maybe some resemblance of Twitch partner in the near future. That'll probably be a goal for later this year. But again, it's all subject to change, and really I thank you for joining me on this interesting journey. Right, I could waffle on for another 2 hours, but I'm not going to do that, so enjoy yourselves. Alright, my name is Ash, and I'll catch you in the next one.